So let us start with second exercise of first chapter, real numbers. So first question is that we need to express the given numbers as a product of their prime factor. The first number is 140. So we need to find the prime factors of 140. We'll start dividing the number by the smallest prime number, that is 2. So 70 comes over here. Then again it is divisible by 2, so we'll divide by 2 itself. It becomes 35. Then the next prime number is 3, but 35 is not divisible by 3. The next prime number then is 5, so we'll divide it by 5, so 7 times, then 7, 1. So finally we can write 140 as 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. So these are the prime factors of 140. Going to second part, 156. We need to express 156 as the product of its prime factor. We'll start again by 2. So 2, this gives 78. Again 2, this comes out to be 39. Then this is not divisible by 2 anymore. We'll divide by 3, comes 13, and then by 13 comes 1. So finally we have received 1. We have got 1 over here. So 156 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. So these are the prime factors of 156. Moving to third part, 3825. Now this number is not divisible by 2. We'll check whether this number is divisible by 3 or not. So the rule of divisibility of 3 is that the sum of digits of the number should be divisible by 3. We'll check the sum of digits. 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 2 is 15. Sorry, plus 2 is 13, plus 5 is 18. So 18, since 18 is divisible by 3, so this whole number is divisible by 3. We'll divide this number by 3. We'll get 1275. Now again this number is divisible by 3. So 3 times comes 425. Then this number is no more divisible by 3. So we'll divide by 5 then. 5 goes 85 times. Then again by 5. 17 times. And then again with 17. And here comes 1. So this 3825 can be written as 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 17. All these are the prime factors of 3825. Fourth part, 5005. It is 5005. Now we can see that this number is not divisible by 2. It is an odd number. Divisible by 3, we will check the sum of digits. 5 plus 0 is 5, plus 0 again is 5, plus 5 is 10. So sum of digits is 10, which is not divisible by 3. So this number is not divisible by 3 as well. We will divide this number by 5. So here comes 1001. Now this 1001 is not divisible by 5 also. We'll check with the next prime number 7. So when divided by 7, it goes 143 times. Now this 143 is not divisible by 7 as well. We'll check with the next prime number 11. So here comes 13. And then by 13, we get 1. Right? So this 5005 can be written as 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. And these are the prime factors of this number. Going to last part, it is 7429. Now 7429 is a number which is not divisible by any prime number below 17. So the first prime number that divides 7429 is 17, and that too in 437 times. Right? Now we'll divide it with next prime number 19, 23 times, and then 23 itself is a prime number. Divide by 23 one time. So this 7429 can be written as 17 into 19 into 23. So these three are the prime factors of 7429. Moving to second question, we need to find the LCM and HCF of the following given pairs, and also we need to verify that LCM into HCF of two numbers is equal to the product of two numbers. So we know that the property is the product of two numbers is always equal to the product of their LCM and their HCF. We need to verify this property as well, right? So first of all, let us find out the LCM and HCF of 26 and 91. So 26, on prime factorizing of 26, we get 2 13 times and then 13 1 times. So 26 can be written as 2 into 13 simply. So these two are the only prime factors of 26. Now 91 on dividing it by 7, we'll get 13. On dividing by 13, we'll get 1. So 91 can be written as 7 into 13. Now the only common factor in these two terms is 13. So we can say that the HCF of these two terms is 13. Now LCM is nothing but, what we need to do to find LCM is, we need to copy this common term once only. So we'll copy 13 once only, and we'll copy all other terms, right? So here 2 is left, we'll copy 2. Here 7 is left, we'll copy 7 as well. So this can be written as 2 into 7 into 13, that is 26 into 7, which further is equal to 182. So this 182 is the LCM of these two numbers. Now we need to verify whether this is correct or not, the relation, this property is correct or not, right? The product of two numbers, that is 26 into 91, this must be equal to 13 into 182, right? And we know that 26 into 91 is nothing but 2366. Also 13 into 182 is also 2366. So basically this equation, this property holds good in this case, right? Moving to second part, 510 and 92. So first of all, let us find out the LCM and HCF of 510 and 92. Prime factorizing it. And dividing it by 2 we'll get 255. Dividing it by 3 we'll get 85. Further dividing it by 5 we'll get 17, and then by 17 we'll get 1. So 510 can be written as 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. Now next number is 92. So 92 when divided by 2 gives 46. Further dividing by 2 gives 23. And 23 itself is a prime number. So on dividing by 23 will give 1. So this 92 can be written as 2 into 2 into 23. Now first of all let us find the HCF. So we can see that 2 is common in these two terms. Here also we have more 2's, but here we don't have any more 2, right? So only 1 2 is common. Now 3 here it is, but here we don't have any 3. 5 is present here, but here we don't have any 5. 17 is here, but we don't have any 17 over here, and here we have 23, but we don't have any 23 over here. So the only common factor is 2. So we can say that the HCF of these two numbers is 2. Now to find LCM, as discussed earlier, we'll note the common term once only. So we'll copy this and this 2, we'll copy 1 only, and we'll copy all the remaining terms as it is. So 3 into 5 into 17 into 5 into 17, and here we are left with 2 into 23, so we'll note those as well. So LCM comes out to be 23460, which is product of all these numbers, right? Now we need to verify this property. So 510 into 92, and this must be equal to 2 into 23460. Now this 23460 is equal to 46920, and on solving you will find out that this also equals to 46920. The property holds good here also, right? Next question, we need to find the HCF and LCF of 336 and 54. Now first of all, 336 on division by 2 we'll get 168. Further on dividing by 2 we'll get 84. Then on division by 2 we'll get 42. Further dividing by 2 we'll get 21. Now on dividing by 3 we'll get 7. On dividing by 7 we'll get 1. Now solving of 54. So on dividing by 2 we'll get 27. On dividing by 3 we'll get 9. And further dividing by 3 we'll get 3. And then by 3 we'll get 1. So this 336 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. Whereas this 54 can be written as 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now first of all let us find out the HCF. HCF is the common term, and we have 2 common over here. We also have 3 common over here, right? So we can write the HCF to be 2 into 3. We write only the common term, right? So the HCF is 2 into 3, that is 6. Now let us find out the LCM. Now to find out the LCM, what we need to do is We simply need to write these common terms once, that is 2 into 3 we'll write 1, and we'll copy all the remaining terms as it is. So into 2 into 2 into 2, multiply by 7, and here we are left with 2 3's additional, right? So into 3 into 3. So on multiplication we get this is equal to 3024, right? So LCM of these two numbers is 3024, whereas SCF is 6. Now let us check for the relation LCM into SCF, and this must be equal to product of two numbers. So this must be equal to A into B, right? So LCM is 3024 into SCF is 6. This must be equal to 54 into 336, the product of two numbers. Now on calculation we'll find that this is equal to 18144, and this also equals 18144. Hence in this case also we have verified the relation.